Hello everyone, I'm Mrs. Midnight and we have now arrived to the first 3 places of this countdown. So if you need a coffee refill, go ahead and pour yourself some more. And don't forget to let me know in the comments what kind of content would you like to see in the channel from next year on. Honorable mention to Dumbledore's Christmas wish, that first of all, in all honesty, I forgot to include in the list as I was doing my countdown, but also even if I had remembered it, I wouldn't have included it most likely because I did not finish it, I did unlock it, but I didn't complete it, and therefore I couldn't do a complete analysis of the event. But if any of you did finish it, by all means tell me what you thought of the event and where you would put it in the countdown. Holidays with Hagrid that you unlock in second year. On this event, you help Hagrid with his Christmas chores in Hogwarts, including trimming the pine trees that he does from the ground while you do on the top with your broom, cooking the rock cakes, which this part is a little funny because Hagrid gets all stained with flour, and no matter how hard he tries to get it out of his beard, his hair and his clothes, he cannot get it out fully. So he ends up looking like a Santa Claus except that he is dressed in green, and the last part of the chores is going with him to San Mungo Hospital to deliver the magic surprises to the kids. And you actually give one to Neville Longbottom because you meet him while he's visiting his parents. At the end of the event, Hagrid gives you one as well, that's your prize for the event, and you have a cup of tea with him to close the day. And during this moment, besides learning more about how he likes to spend the holidays, you also learn that even if the circumstances for your Christmas are not ideal or not traditional at all, and no matter even if your plans go wrong, like the flower incident, it can still be a Merry Christmas, and you can make not only yourself but more people than you would imagine happy.
Why didn't someone tell me? Oh, I've been making an idiot out of myself.
McGonagall's Christmas surprise that you unlock in second year. In this event, McGonagall's brother decides to surprise Minerva with a visit in Hogwarts, without giving her any further notice because he already knows that she would tell him not to come because she is busy. But this year he is determined to make sure that Minerva dedicates time to herself, her family, and to rest, and not only to make everybody's Christmas happy except for hers. During the event, you help prepare the surprises for the students that stick around in the school, but you also help Malcolm surprise McGonagall with a chess tournament that organizes in the school, in which you participate but are defeated by Murphy, who also defeats McGonagall and her brother as well. This event made it to the second place in the countdown, because so far the Christmas events in Hogwarts Mystery have addressed several ways to enjoy Christmas with others, to ensure the Christmas of other people is happy, but this one explores something that's rather important but also easy to forget, and this is that while you try to make other people's Christmas happy, you should not forget about yourself. And the event besides all this made me reflect that this concept of self-care is not only for the sake of self-care itself, but also because taking care of yourself and making sure that you are enjoying is what makes it possible to be a good company and make people around you happy while you share the holidays together. Because quoting Mr. Midnight that showed me this saying, you cannot pour from an empty cup. The gift of gratitude that you unlock in third year. On this event, you discover that even for his standards, Professor Snape looks particularly sad during Christmas season. And when you ask him if there's anything that would make him happy, he tells you about a dessert that I don't remember the name right now, but it's a kind of cake that's white and is prepared with flying plums. And later in the event, you learn that the dessert makes him happy not only for the flavor, but also for the memories it brings. So you cook it handmade to give it to him as a present, but before delivering it, you talk to him in the 3 broomsticks, and besides telling you more about the memories that the dessert brings him, Professor Snape actually thanks you for approaching to talk to him. And when you give him the dessert and he tries it, you actually make him smile. And have I mentioned that Professor Snape has the prettiest smile in the world?
You have to grab onto something because it seems like your whole body's about to float away.
But well, seriously though, aside from the fact that I like Professor Snape and therefore love to see him smiling, the reason why I put this event in particular at the top of the countdown is that so far we have been talking about different ways to celebrate, that Christmas is not restricted for the living, it can also be enjoyed by the ghosts, and the fact that it doesn't have to be traditional or ideal to be a Merry Christmas. But I think that there are very few events, if not this being the only one, that gives a voice to the characters that maybe do not like Christmas, maybe can even be qualified as a Grinch, like Professor Snape, Argus Filch, or Meril's Night. And the reason why I think this is important is because even if you don't like Christmas because it brings you bad memories or it stresses you, or simply it's not your cup of tea, no one should be completely excluded from the celebration, and no one should spend the holiday completely alone if it's not what they actually want. So as said, I like that this event gives voice to the characters that, hey, maybe they are a little cringe and what have you, but they still have their heart. And even they have the capability to have a Merry Christmas if they are listened to and feel that you're having empathy towards them. And it also makes me reflect about my situation with Mr. Midnight, with his peak season and FedEx and what have you, that during this season, before thinking of traditional dinners, presents, or celebrations, we should prioritize to keep the most important part of the holiday spirit, that is the care for everybody to be as happy but also as peaceful as they can be. If you like this countdown about the Christmas events in Hogwarts Mystery, don't forget to leave me a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and click on the bell so YouTube lets you know when I upload the next video. Mrs. Midnight loves you and wishes you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, but for now I have to leave you because, although I'm sure I'm in the blacklist, I need to make my letter for Santa.